All right, so a lot's going on. Tatiana Martinez, immigrant present in the United States on August the 15th, was arrested from her Tesla vehicle in the parking structure of her home in Los Angeles, California. Now, what's interesting about this lady is that she is a TikTok influencer. You can call her an influencer or you can call her an instigator, because she has been posting location and times of when ICE immigration agents would be present, where they were showing up, and how many there were. From what I understand, she's also been doxing them, which is really bad. And she had somewhere upwards of 30,000 followers on TikTok. Now, she was in her vehicle and she was live streaming when ICE agents came to her vehicle and arrested her on a DUI warrant, which was unresolved, that she had picked up a couple years before. Now, she has been placed in immigration proceedings because, like I said, she's undocumented. So she got this DUI a few years ago, and if you've seen any of my prior videos, you know that if you are an immigrant in the United States without proper documentation, you do not get behind of a wheel, not just for for drinking and driving. Don't even drive without a driver's license or insurance. You're gonna get pulled over whether you like it or not. The ICE agents went to her door and had her step out because they had a warrant. And she was going, no, wait, I'll let myself go. She, in Spanish, she was saying, wait, I'll let you take me. But it's like, give me a break. Wait, and people were turning this into a racing and a xenophobic thing, and it isn't. Anytime the police comes to your door and they tell you you need to step out and you think that you're in control, how dumb can you be? You're not in control. They're in control. They're calling the shots. They're going to pull you out. You're going to lose. And in somebody like Tatiana's case, she is now going to be thrown a whole bunch of charges at her. She's going to be getting resisting arrest, disturbing the peace. She's going to be getting things like interfering with peace officer duties or operations. She's going to get charged with disorderly conduct. I mean, the charges go on and on and on. And what's going to be even more interesting is now that she's in ICE detention, she's going to have the ability to apply to remain in the United States, whether it's asylum or what they call cancellation of removal. But normally you fight for those things while you're on the outside, while you're free. But if you're dumb enough to get yourself picked up like she did because she didn't present herself to an ICE check-in. Anybody who has to check in with ICE knows that's a big no-no. So now she's going to be sitting in this ICE detention center. She's going to try to get a warrant. She's going to try to get a bond. She won't be able to get a bond because the judge is going to look at her and say, wait a second, there's two things I have to evaluate. Number one, whether you're a flight risk, and number two, whether you are a danger to the community. She's now going to have that unresolved DUI, and she's now going to have resisting arrest, and she's going to have what may be disturbing the peace, interfering. I mean, again, she's going to have a million things. They had to drag her out of that car. The funny thing was, as she was getting dragged out, you could tell that she was wearing a wig, and the wig fell off of her. To this date, we're not sure whether the wig is in immigration proceedings and whether it will be allowed to remain in the United States or not. We'll see soon. Stay tuned.
Tatiana, come to the front, please. Did you really believe that you was gonna expose these ICE agents, give out all their personal information, and get away with it? These are federal agents. Just as you have access to their information, they have way more access to yours. You can't come to somebody else's country and tell them how to run it. You definitely can't come to somebody else's country and encourage people to attack, stalk, and harass federal agents for trying to do their job. Your actions are the reasons why they are trying to deport these criminals. You are a criminal. Do you see how fast you got located? These agents are not playing with you. And I know you thought you was untouchable and wouldn't be found so fast. However, if it's one thing these federal agents are known for, it's definitely tracking somebody down and finding them. Tatiana, escúchame, no juegas con agentes federales. Ya tú sabes.
Hello fam, I hope you guys are all doing well. Grab your tea, your coffee, or whatever gets you through the chaos, because this story out of Kentucky, it's got whistleblowing, retaliation, and a whole DMW side hustle that sounds like it was pulled out of a Netflix corruption documentary. So let's just dive into the rest of the video and we'll be back for more commentary.
Tatiana Martinez, an illegal alien from Colombia residing in Los Angeles who built a career on social media by doxing ICE agents and urging her followers to harass and impede them, has been arrested during a live stream in her Tesla. Not surprisingly, Miss Martinez made quite a scene, screamed something in Spanish, and forcibly resisted arrest by federal agents. Moreover, her wig apparently flew off while ICE officers wrestled her to the ground, compounding the embarrassment and humiliation. Miss Martinez will almost surely be deported, and her efforts to impede and harass ICE officers and then resist arrest may lead to criminal charges as well. No word yet on whether the wig will go with her or be permitted to remain in the United States, perhaps in a museum somewhere. I'm Joseph Pavino, America First immigration and business attorney based in Miami and serving clients worldwide. Follow for more.
New details have came out about the arrest of the influencer Tatiana Martinez. Just in case you don't know who she is, she's a content creator that was recording ICE agents while they were doing their raids, and she was trying to zoom in, get some names, and help out the Latino community. And at first, when she was arrested, everybody thought, including myself, that she was arrested because she was pretty much exposing ICE agents / border patrols in their operations. And you already know they don't like to be recorded. They get very pissed. And just in case you forgot, pretty much she was pulled out of her vehicle and she was dragged. Literally. And then to the floor she went. This took place in Los Angeles. ICE agents just posted a statement saying that Tatiana is a criminal and illegal from Colombia who was convicted of a DUI while she was in California. They also stated that she came into the United States in 2020 by the Biden administration, and this is why the main reason why they went after her, because she was a criminal. But I'm pretty sure the recording had a lot to do with it as well. Let me know what you guys think about all this down below in the comments, and like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news. Ciao, pescado.
Hey Tatiana, bring that ass to the front. Did you really think that ICE agents and the federal government was just going to allow you to spew your hatred and obstruct ICE agents by doxing them? No, you should have known better. I mean, because if there's anything you should know about ICE, is they are great at tracking people. They are great at tracking criminals. You know, that's what you are. How does it feel now to have your 3 hots in a cot? Now, you got a one-way ticket to Alligator Alcatraz. And you can tell us all how the ride is. And let this be a lesson to all of you who want to try to put ICE agents in harm's way by trying to out their personal information and get them harmed. That is a crime. You're committing a crime. And unlike the last 4 years of the Biden administration, this administration is big on law and order. And I'm gonna put it point blank plain. We ain't having that shit.
Welcome back, guys. So let's break this down. In Kentucky, deep red territory where you will expect folks to cheer everyone blowing the whistle on immigration fraud, a DMW worker named Melissa Mormon says she tried to do exactly that. According to her, undocumented folks were walking into the office with forged documents, fake birth certificates, fake social security cards, fake utility bills, and walking out with a driver's license. No tests, no wait, no hassle, just cash under the table. Melissa claimed this wasn't a one-off. This was systematic. She says co-workers were charging $200 per license, and her own employee credentials were being used to make the fraud look legit. Her name was tied to over 2,000 shady transactions, and instead of being rewarded for speaking up, she got fired over the phone. Now, let's pause right here. The surface level story is about immigration and forged documents, but if we zoom out, it's about systems of accountability. Whether you are talking Kentucky, California, or anywhere in between, when institutions that are supposed to enforce rules are themselves bending those rules for profit, you've got a real crisis. And here's the irony. Here's the irony. Kentucky politics has been defined by tough talk on immigration and law and order. Yet, if Melissa's story holds, the very office meant to keep the rules safe was allegedly part of the hustle. That disconnect is wild. Now, let's talk retaliation. Melissa wrote a whistleblower letter. She turned over her phone, her cash app, her Zelle records, everything. Investigators even admitted she didn't have the money trail. But after 3 rounds of questioning in one day, boom, fired. That's the part that's alarming because whistleblowers are supposed to be protected under state law. If this is textbook retaliation like a lawyer claims, then this case is bigger than one DMW branch. It's about whether institutions punish people for pointing out corruption. And if that's true, the message is chilling. Stay quiet or lose your livelihood. Now, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet admits there were nearly 1,900 irregularities in licenses, and they did revoke them. So there's something there. But when it comes to Melissa's story, they have brushed it off. They said she was just a temporary employee. They flatly deny her allegations and hide behind the line, open criminal investigation. Which, let's be real, is bureaucrats speak for. We are not talking until we absolutely have to. What this case reveals is a contradiction at the heart of American politics right now. On one hand, you've got strong rhetoric about cracking down on undocumented immigrants. On the other hand, the systems that are supposed to enforce those rules are sometimes compromised by the very people inside them, because profit talks louder than policy. It also exposes how fragile whistleblower protections can be in practice. You can have laws on the books, but if a regular employee can be discarded after flagging fraud, what does that say to everyone else watching? It says, keep your head down, don't rock the boat. And when nobody rocks the boat, corruption thrives. So here's the takeaway. This isn't just a Kentucky story. It's a question about trust. Trust in institutions, trust in accountability, and trust in whether whistleblowers will actually be protected when they put their necks on the line. Melissa says she wants her name cleared and her job back. Whether she gets it or not will tell us a lot about whether Kentucky values integrity or whether it values silence. And for the rest of us, it's a reminder. Democracy isn't just about how you vote. It's about how systems respond when somebody says something isn't right here. So guys, stay sharp, stay questioning, and as always, take care of yourselves out there. From Echo Room Vibes, peace out.